Real estate agents, do you want to move your business forward? Well, I'm here to help. Hey guys, Brittany with Brittany Hannon Real Estate. I'm a real estate agent, coach, and investor. And every Monday at 11:30 Pacific Standard Time, I'm here to bring you information that's going to help move your business forward. Whether you're a brand new beginner or an advanced top producer, I'm going to bring you key tips and tricks and strategies to move your business forward. This is your official invitation to join us live every Monday at 11:30 a.m. They're totally free. And if you want more information about coaching, check the link in my bio and I would love to help. Now let's jump into this week's workshop. So today we're talking about social media success. We've talked about this before, but this is another topic that we always want to come back to because there's going to be something that comes up that's different and unique. And so, social media continues to change over and over again. We've talked about ChatGPT. We've talked about a lot of the elements that you can use. Today, we're going to talk not so much about ChatGPT, although you can use ChatGPT and some of the different apps today in what we're going to be talking about. But specifically, let's jump into where we're going. We're going to be talking about why should we use social media. I want to talk about some stats about social media and the use of how it can help in your real estate success. Then we're going to talk about command your leads. We're going to talk about how to create some leads from social media. And then we are going to talk about command your schedule. How do you systematize, automate, and use command at a high level for social media? And of course, we're going to talk about how to win, what's important now, what should you be focusing on? And then at the end, stay till the end for a bonus. Hopefully you guys can all hear me. I think that we're all working, but if you can't, feel free to pop something in the chat. If you guys have any questions, pop it in the chat and we'll get to it. Or you can come off mute and ask me some questions. So let's jump in and talk about social media use. So this kind of is a no-brainer, but social media is used by lots of people. This first one says the number of social media users in 2022. So now this is outdated because now we're in March of 2024. But in 2022, it was 4.7 billion users, which is half the world. And so there's a lot more information on here, but you can see that people use social media a lot. Men, women, children, everybody uses social media. And here's the thing, your buyers and your sellers are on social media. You need to figure out where they are. Now, we talk a lot about your vibe attracts your tribe. And so where are you? What's your favorite social media platform? And focus on that one. One thing to remember is that when you are paying for ads, the best ads to get you actual leads are going to be through Facebook. Now, some people say Facebook is where the people who can afford to buy houses are, and I'll let you come to your own conclusion about that. I would say that there are people on every single platform who are able to buy houses, ready, willing, and able to buy and sell. So I will only say Facebook is a key one because Facebook, specifically how they utilize their lead program is superior to the other platforms. Now, you can be on TikTok if you want to be on X, Twitter, if you want to be on Snapchat, if you want to be on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you are, that's probably where your followers and the people who are going to resonate with you are too. So you want to make sure that you're in those places. Now, one key note that I will say is that this social media use is not indicative of what platform they're on. And so what we don't want to do is spread ourselves too thin. Because what I'm going to tell you today is that you have to be consistent. And consistency means that you really cannot be on every social media platform. You can't be consistent on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and LinkedIn and everything. You can't. There's just no way to do that. And so what I want to just help you understand today is we're not going to talk about a specific platform. I want you to hear what I'm saying and then figure out what platform works for you. So bottom line of this, people are on social media a lot. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about is that, again, regardless of the platform, everybody is headed to video. Because of TikTok, which TikTok, if you don't know, is video based. It is almost exclusively videos. Because of the explosion of TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of those have really changed their algorithms to be pushing video. And so video is where you need to be. 25% of marketers say live video is the most valuable type of social content. Half of social media users prefer video over other types of content. I would venture to say that number is higher. 85% of social media users want more videos from brands. And we're gonna say you are a brand. That brand that we're talking about is you. So when we talk about social media and where you should be and what you should be doing, it's very clear that you should be doing video. Now, one of the reasons that you should be doing video is because it helps people get to know you. It helps people get to know who you are, the real you. If you're fun, if you're silly, if you're serious, if you're factual, whatever it is, people are able to see you, understand your vibe, and say, that's somebody who I want to be connected to. So that's why video is really important. Now, I will say, if you are one of those who's like uncomfortable with video and saying, oh, I don't want my face to be out there, I don't like the sound of my voice, I don't like anything like that, okay, you don't have to do that at first. I will say that eventually you're gonna need to put yourself on camera because that's what people wanna see. However, people also wanna see houses. There's a reason why there is networks dedicated to houses, like shows about house hunting, shows about flipping your house, shows about remodeling. There are all kinds of things. People enjoy it. People like to see it. And so if you just go in and press record and take a quick video of a listing, of an open house, of a house you see on Caravan, throw some music on there, that's a video that you did not have to do anything. You didn't have to put makeup on that day. You didn't have to do your hair. You didn't even have to take a shower. You could just go in and video somebody else's listing with permission, of course, and then put it out for the world. You don't have to do anything. Now, the next level up from that would be where you're on camera or your voice is being recorded. So you do a voiceover and you say, look at this amazing house at 123 Banana Street. Don't you think it's awesome? It's listed at $4 million. Schedule a private showing with me if you want to see more. That's going to be the next step. And then the next step after that is you actually being in front of the camera saying, hey, it's Brittany at 123 Banana Street. This is an amazing listing. I'd love to show you more. You can also do videos where we call them like a talking head video, where you're just recording yourself talking about things that, one of my favorite things is to talk about things that I learned in my sales team meeting. So we all have, affiliates that come to our meetings. So our lenders come and tell us new information. All I'm doing is regurgitating the information that I just heard. I don't have to go deep into it. I don't have to know everything about it. I just have to say, hey, this is what I just heard in my sales meeting. Message me if you want to know more. So it's really important that you get comfortable with video at whatever level you're at. I will also say that when it comes to video, there are some things that you want to keep in mind as far as apps that you can use to help. So my go-to is just using my video or my camera app on my phone. So I just use my camera app on my phone and I go for it. Then I have a Mac, and so I can edit things on my Mac. But if I'm on the go and I don't want to do it through there, I'm going to either edit it through my Photos app on my phone, Or you can go and use apps like CapCut. That's a really good, easy one to use for editing videos. You can go to iMovie on your phone and use it, although I think that one's a little bit less user-friendly. But if you just get into the habit of starting to use some of these and exploring them and trying to use the information that you have, go on and YouTube how to make a video. Go on and just Google it and figure out how to do it. There are going to be TikTok videos about it. Whatever platform you use and you want to use, go on there. It's going to show you how to do it. So you want to make sure that you're doing it and that you're figuring out how to do it at a high level. Because you don't have to start out at a high level. But what I'm going to say 100 times is the most important thing is to start. That's how you get better at this. That's how you improve. And so you just need to start. Your first video does not need to be good. Your 20th video does not need to be good. In fact, there are tons of videos that I put out that I'm like, oh my gosh, that was horrible. And I've been doing videos for years. And I will also say the videos that I get the most engagement on, which engagement is what we're looking for. People liking, people hearting, people commenting, people doing stuff. The things that I get the most engagement on are often the videos that I think are the worst, where I'm like, I just came from working out, I have a hat on, I have no makeup on, and people are like talking to me about it, they're commenting, it's getting pushed to their feeds. So don't overthink this. That's the key. Don't overthink this. Just press record. Just get started. A lot of people in real estate are intimidated. Especially a lot of people who come to this as a second career. They've been doing something that has nothing to do with real estate, has nothing to do with video, has nothing to do with social media, nothing to do with marketing. And all of a sudden they're expected to be an expert social media marketer. These kind of classes are where we take that and synthesize this information down for what's important now. What should you do today? And I will tell you the most important thing you'll hear from me today is just get started. All right. Let's talk about command and how to do leads. So leads is something that we all want, right? The number one job of a real estate agent is to get leads. And so we want to make sure that you are going to be getting leads through social media. Now, the benefit of social media is beyond just getting leads. However, that's where the biggest benefit comes. But you're going to get leads in all kinds of ways. The best leads come because, you know, a friend of a friend sees you and says, hey, I saw you're in social media. I see you're busy working, you're doing stuff. I'd love to come and meet and have you list my house. That's an amazing lead. But sometimes we want to pay for leads. Sometimes we want to generate more leads. And so command allows us to do this. And so where I was saying in the beginning is that Facebook is the best place to get these kind of leads. What we're going to jump into is what I'm talking about. We want to get the best leads from command are from Facebook. The best leads of how it's going to come to you are from Facebook. Now I have done it through Instagram and I just don't get very much traction there. Maybe that's something different for you and you can get some traction. Now, a couple disclaimers about this. To be able to implement these command leads, you have to have a business page. And so if you want to get leads, if you want them to come to you, you have to have a business page. If you're using your page as your personal page and you're just throwing real estate stuff on there, there's nothing wrong with that, but you won't be able to do paid ads and get leads. So something to consider for your Facebook and your Instagram and those things. Now, the other thing I will say is that command is actually partnered with Facebook, Instagram, Meta, if you will, and also a couple other places like Google, Google Ads. I think they have TikTok now, although that's been, they were saying they were going to have it and it hasn't come around as of 2 weeks ago. But it may be something that's newer and I'm just out of the loop because I was gone. But I'm going to focus on TikTok and Instagram because sorry, not TikTok, Facebook and Instagram, because that's really where I think that the most success comes from in this. So we're going to talk about this. Now, when we have an ad on command, this is actually a sample of an actual ad that I've created that is, sorry, an actual ad that I created that is through command. And the reason that you want to do these ads through command is that command has a deal with these other companies that basically gives us a group rate. So instead of you going on as an individual and paying however much for pay per click, you're going to pay a lower amount because you're using command. So it is beneficial for you to use command, and it's going to be helpful for getting eyeballs on it. So one great thing about using these lead capture sources is that they don't have to go to your database. So if you say, I have a tiny database, I don't want to just inundate people that I know. What you can do, and what I've done, is something like this, where I say, okay, this is a great house in Silver Strand, blah, blah, blah. I can say, okay, just focus on people 20 miles around Silver Strand. Or if I know, this is a vacation destination and most people who buy out here are LA buyers, let me focus it in LA. Let me just have my ads pushed to people in LA. That's what they'll do. So that's why command and Facebook, Instagram, it's so powerful, because it doesn't rely on just your database. It really relies on their algorithms and their intel, which is much more than I have. So I'm wanting to rely on theirs. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to dive in right now. We're going to use listings to generate leads with social media ads. We're going to go to campaigns and then go to the paid ads. So we're going to do that. But you can put all kinds of ads on social media. I'm getting to the meat and potatoes of this. The meat and potatoes are using listings. That's what gets you the most leads. Now, if you want to, for instance, you have a YouTube channel and you want to up your subscribers, you can do a social media ad that links to a YouTube channel. You're not going to get leads that way. So just know what's your end result and move forward accordingly. If your end result is to get leads, this is a really good way to grow your database. So if we tell you, you need to get to 500 contacts in your command database, and you're like, wow, I have 50. This is a really good way to do it. It's low cost. I will say that the ads, the leads that these generate are not great leads. You're not going to get a listing out of somebody who calls. Most of these people are interested in seeing more, and so they put their information in. And then you get their information and you call them and they're gonna say, I don't have any interest in this. I don't wanna talk to a real estate agent. And you're gonna say, okay, great, no problem. I'm here when you're ready. And then you're gonna continue following up. You're gonna continue asking, hey, is now the time that you're ready? Is this the year that you're looking to buy? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them on a search that is similar to what they looked at. And I'm gonna send them automated emails that are about these houses. Now they're seeing my name all the time coming through their email. Now they're really going to say, oh, hey, she's working hard for me. So when I am ready to buy, I'm gonna go to her. I'm gonna be calling, I'm gonna put them on a quarterly call plan. And when they're ready to buy, they're gonna use me, or when they're ready to sell. So that's the beauty of this, but you have to keep in mind, these are definitely long-term nurtures. Like when I say long-term, it's like 1.5 years, 2 years before anything ever comes of this. However, they're relatively inexpensive and they help you grow your database. So you can be sending out content to them. You can be inviting them to events. You can be providing value to these people so that when they say they're ready to buy or sell, they're going to use you. And maybe you can ask them if they have a referral, if they know somebody who's going to buy or sell. So it's not about them in this situation, it's about who they know, really in every situation. Hey guys, we're gonna jump into the workshop in just a second, but if you're getting value out of this, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you get more videos just like this as soon as they come out. And remember, if you're interested in coaching, reach out to me at the link below. I'd love to talk more about your individual business and how I could help move your business forward. Now let's jump back into the workshop. I'm gonna go to the home screen so you guys can follow along. And remember, every time we do these, this is not necessarily a step-by-step training for you. This is just more so for me to tell you, hey, here's in general how to get this done. And then if you need more step-by-steps, there are videos on my YouTube channel, Brittany Hannon Real Estate. There are also videos through Marty Miller. Marty Miller has the best Keller Williams training videos because he's the one who is actually like the Keller Williams tech guru at the corporate level. So Marty Miller videos are always going to be your go-to for something like this. If I show you something, and I will tell you that, let me go to campaigns. I will tell you that I am not the expert on this in particular. I want to show you where, like, how you can find this, and then I want you to dive in deeper. One of the reasons I say that is because they have just recently changed up everything with these paid ads, and I've only used them a handful of times. So I just want to give that disclaimer that I am not the authority here. Go to Marty Miller videos to really see how you can do it step by step. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go to this little plus button and press create a campaign. I want to do a paid ad. And one of the things that it's changed is that the easiest paid ads to do are ones where you have a listing. So I'm going to use a listing, and you can see the very top ones are listings. Now, this is sorted by your objective. So if we go here, we can say, oh, this one, I only want to see the things that generate traffic. And then I want to see things that generate contacts. So you can see if I'm trying to build my database, which really is our focus right now. If you're trying to build your database, then these are the most popular posting listing videos. Now you can do non-listing videos. So like I said, if you're trying to like grow your social media or grow your you can do a video that's like, hey, just introducing me. If you need a real estate agent, I'm your girl, whatever. That would be a non-listing video, and you can still use it in this way. I just have not done that yet. So when we're trying to get actual leads that may eventually close for you, a listing video is going to be the best way to do that. Now, we have a couple of options here. What we want to do, so remember, you don't have to have a listing in order to promote somebody else's listing. What you do have to have is permission. So if you have multiple listings, awesome. If you're saying, hey, we have all these listings, come talk to me. If you're looking to buy, I'm the one to go to. Look at all our listings, blah, blah, blah. Great. Use the multiple listing. If you want to promote one listing, like let's say you're having an open house and you just want to focus on one listing, or if you actually have a listing, the listing is the way to do it. Now, what I always tell you, what I always recommend is the multi-image carousel, unless you have a video. Remember, video is king or queen. So you want to make sure that if you have a video, that's going to be higher. But what you don't want to do is a single image. Nobody's looking at single images right now. With, you know, like the ADD of our senses and all of our social media, everybody's looking for something to be moving, to be quickly grabbing their attention, and a single image is just not going to cut it. So if you have a video, you can do this one. If you don't have a video, but you only have one listing and you have multiple images, the multi-image carousel are your images going around. And so people are going to see that it's moving. That's what we want to see.
Or if you have multiple listings, then you can do a multi-image carousel. Now, keep in mind that all of the listings that your broker has are property of your broker. So you technically, as long as you have permission from your broker, you can list all of these videos or all of these listings and have it go around. What you want to keep in mind is that the individual agent is not going to love that if you don't get permission from them. So you always want to make sure, you know, real estate is a relationship game, not just relationships with your clients, but relationships with other agents. So when you go to your team sales meetings and you meet other agents who have lots of listings, get in good with them and say, hey, I'd love to promote your listings. And if they say, sure, anytime you have my permission, shoot them an email and say, thanks so much. I loved our conversation. I will definitely be posting some of your listings to try and get a buyer. And that is when you write it, keep something like that in writing, it's going to be very beneficial for you in the future. You want to keep that in writing. All right, so we are going to go through the, oh, thank you, Michelle, in the chat, but Marty Miller 8.0. He does ongoing trainings. And so the latest and greatest is always the one you want to do because command changes so often. So the latest one is Marty Miller 8.0. All right, so I'm going to click on this multi-image carousel. One of the nice things, okay, so it says link your Facebook page. My Facebook page is linked. Great. Remember, you can only link a Facebook page if it's a business page. So you have to make sure it's a business page. You can't do an ad on a personal page. All right, so moving on, we're going to do the listings. So let's add a listing. And I'm going to do, let's see, I have a listing, let's say address. Street address. All right, let's see if it pops up for us. We're waiting. Okay, here we go. All right, right now it's on hold, but I'm just using this as an example. So it pulled this listing, and let's see, I'm going to be able to change up these images, but first it's wanting to get me to target. So you can see here, we can target the listing location, and we can do a radius of 15 miles, or we can extend it to 50 miles. So I'm going to keep it at 15 miles just because for the most part, a lot of the time, I want to use what they're suggesting to use because I do feel like they're the experts. So I'm going to leave it at that. Now, if I wanted to do a custom location, that would be like the example I gave. If you have a lot of LA buyers and you're in Central Coast, then you want to focus it on LA. And maybe you want to do a 50-mile radius in LA. All right, so I'm going to leave it at this. So the default text is check out my new listing in the city that it pulls. So it's going to say Los Angeles, just listed at this price. Now, I don't want to do any of this because I would rather do a different type of verbiage. I would rather do it that is something that's like, come see this hidden oasis in the heart of Los Angeles. Something like that, or something that is a little bit similar, but you can add the city, the country, the county, the description. So if I wanted to just do the description, I could just add it here, and it's going to tell me that it's too long because the description is too long. It's only allowing 255, and I can't change it because it's just auto defaulting to this. So if I wanted to, I could go to the listing and then copy and paste some of it, but I don't care enough to do that. I would just want to say, you know, like certain texts. But you can see here it has a number of beds, a number of baths. If you want to change it, you can change it. These buttons are helping you write with AI. So you can do suggestions, you can change the style. So if you say, I want it to be vibrant, let's see what it says. Live in luxury with this many beds and this many baths, perfect for hosting parties and socializing. Great, let's do that. So you can see, you can do that on this one too. So you can say, I want to change it to whatever it is, and it's using AI to help you write this. Now, remember, I told you we're not focusing on ChatGPT, but in all of these programs that we're using in all of these platforms, AI is a component of everything now. The artificial intelligence is a component. So you have AI in Command, you have AI with CapCut, that video editing software I was telling you about. You have AI even in Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and everything. So you have access to AI. It doesn't need to just be ChatGPT. So then we have the images, and I cannot see these images, so I hope there's a way to make these bigger. Oh, there we go. If I just hover over it, it makes it bigger. So it's gonna pull the images from the listing, and you can see I have a couple of images that are blank, so I don't want to use that. I would rather use an image that has some pictures in it or some furniture in it. So we just use that one. Let's see. I don't want to use that one. Oh, look, that's a good one. It has some stuff in it. Now let's do one of outside. There's the outside. There's one out of the outside. Another of the outside. That's a decent one of the outside. And then I don't really want to use this one, so I want to get rid of this. How do I get rid of this? I don't know. Okay, I want to just delete. Maybe I can't get rid of it. So now let me just do here. There's a floor plan. All right, now to be fair, remember I was telling you I'm not the end all of this. So one image is required, two images required. The third image is not required, but I don't know how to delete it. So if anyone knows how to delete it, pop it in the chat and you can tell us. But if I wanted to do a different listing, so for instance, if there was another listing that I can't find on here or that is going to be coming soon, so it's not in the MLS or whatever, I can upload it from my media library. I can upload it from my computer and put it on here. It doesn't have to be from a listing. All right, so we already said, let's just grab something and be done with it. Or no, I forgot, let me do, let's see the floor plan. Okay, so now post lead submission destination. So we either can enter any kind of URL that we want. So maybe we want to enter it to go to your website that is going to be able to show them around and have them put in information. Or we can do a landing page. So I've already created a landing page for this. So I'm going to find that landing page, and that's going to be where they go. Now, my theory on this is I want to give the people what they asked for. So if they asked to see this particular house, I want to show them more information about this particular house. I don't want to send them to another website to give me their information. I don't want to send them to, like all this nonsense. They asked to see the house, let me show them the house. Because I don't know about you, but when people do that to me, I just get frustrated. So I'm like, oh, I just wanted to see this house and I'm given the runaround. So then if I get a phone call from the agent representing this house, I'm just going to be so annoyed because I'm going to be like, all I was trying to do was get information and I can't get the information. No, I don't want to talk to you. So that's my theory on this. You can test out other theories and you can do what you think is best, but that's what I do. So the lead settings, these are going to be like if you have Facebook leads, you can create your own, or not leads, tags. Hold on, I do have one that is Facebook lead. So anybody who comes in here is automatically going to be tagged with this. Now, the other thing that you can do is automatically put them on a smart plan, which I do highly recommend. We have a couple of smart plans. If you go in and search PCA, there are going to be a couple smart plans that you can do. My favorite type of smart plan for something like this is going to first be a text that comes through immediately. Because when somebody is wanting information, the sooner we get to them, the better. So there's going to be a text that comes through using Twilio, and it's going to say, hey, thanks for your request for information for Oakhurst in Los Angeles. I'm happy to give you more information. Brittany is going to give you a call in a few minutes to answer any questions you might have. So it's not my phone number that's responding, that is sending them a message. So I want to make it clear that that's not Brittany. Don't save that number as Brittany. Brittany is going to call you. So that's just my little PSA about the text messages. I do like to use them, but I usually use them as a first initial point of contact. Then I'm going to get a notification that reminds me to give them a call. Then I'm going to get another notification that says, hey, put them on an MLS Smart or an MLS drip campaign, or a saved subscription, or whatever your MLS calls it. Then I'm going to get another notice to say, put them on a neighborhood nurture. So all of these things, now the neighborhood nurture that I would put them on is going to be the address of this location. So I want to make sure that it's, you know, like it's okay for me to put them on a neighborhood nurture, even if it's not their house where they live. But I also want to put them on an MLS drip campaign, and that drip campaign is going to be essentially similar things. So if they're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, then I'm going to put them on in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath search up to a certain amount of money and basically around a 15-mile vicinity or something like that, depending on what your region is like. So your ad follow-up is going to be really important, because remember, the most important thing about social media ads is the follow-up. It's not about how many contacts you get, it's about the follow-up. Now, I will say sometimes you're going to do some ads, you're going to get 0 people who put in their information. And sometimes we've had agents who have gotten close to 100. So it really just depends. It depends a lot, I've noticed, on the price point. It depends on the location. It depends on like if it's a house for the masses. So for instance, an 8-bedroom house that's $1 million, $2 million, $5 million doesn't get as much engagement as a 3-bed, 2-bath for $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, whatever your median price is in your area. Those median price points are what gets the most information, or what gets the most feedback. So keep that in mind. Then the DBA logo, you can do the default or you can do a custom one. I always recommend doing the default because then it kind of covers you. And then we proceed to the last step. The last step is going to talk about the duration. Usually the set duration is for about 10 days. Maybe this is different. This is 10 days. No, this is 7 days. This is 6 days. I don't know. You can adjust this. And then you can adjust your budget. If you say, I want to do a $25 budget, a $30 budget, whatever. And then based on that, you're going to be able to pay, and then you can say purchase now. Now, the key to this to remember, these are really easy. They're really easy to do this. If you do this maybe once a week, you're going to get some wins, you're going to get some losses. If you can afford it, it is beneficial for you to do more of them, because then you're going to be able to really load up your database and really have people that you can call on a regular basis. But we always tell you, don't spend money until you make money. So don't be spending tons of money on this and then run out of money, because these houses, these leads are probably not going to close, remember, for 1.5 to 2 years. So we're playing the long game here. So I definitely recommend that you look into this, that you play around with it, that you do some sample ones, that you do some ones that get you started, because they're really, really easy to use, and you want to make sure that you are really paying attention to what are getting you the most bang for your buck. Because if you start doing these and you realize, you know, like these $4 million houses are not where it's at, then stop doing those. But if you're doing these and saying, okay, this $700,000 range, I'm getting lots of good feedback on, great, double down and keep doing that. But Adam, I like what you say in the comments, the money is in the follow-up. That is exactly right. The money is in the follow-up. If 90% of agents will do something where they get leads and then they never follow up on them. We've heard that a million times. If you get a client who has worked with an agent before, most of the time, the reason that they are not working with said agent is because they never followed up with them. Follow-up is key, and follow-up is usually where you fail in this type of scenario. All right, so let's keep going. Now let's talk about command your schedule. So we've talked about why should we use social media. It's because you are, everyone is on social media. Commanding your leads, we talked about getting leads through command. Now we're gonna talk about command your schedule, how to use command to really be able to make sure that you are setting it and forgetting it. So what we're going to talk about right now is upload from Designs or your favorite website. It does not have to be Designs. Use the scheduler to set it and forget it. So let's jump in, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that are going, remember, we're just kind of honing in on what, oops, that's the wrong thing. We're just honing in on what's going to be the most effective for you. So there are a lot of things that you can do, but remember, I always tell you things that work the best in my business. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off in Designs. Now, we're in February, we're at the end of February. So now, really the beginning of the year is a good time to do this, but now is a really good time to jump in here and do what I'm gonna show you we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go to create a design. We're gonna go to social. So most of the time we go to print because those are the templates that we want, but today we're gonna go to social. So it leads you to the same place that we're used to. However, the difference is it's gonna show us a couple of things that are a little bit different. So we have here in the auto templates, this is like the AI generator. You see you have ChatGPT, which, spoiler alert, you have to pay for. You can do social stories, you can do social squares, and you can do this for listings that you currently have. So it's kind of cool how it auto generates this stuff for you, saves a lot of time. And then you can go and post them on the scheduler. You can set them to go out right now, tomorrow, in a week, whatever you wanted to do. So this is something that I'm going to leave for you to play around with. However, well, actually, let me just show you. I'm going to use this. Let's do auto because I want to show you how easy it is. So what we're going to do is let's do the same address, and we're going to say search listings and select continue. So it has the information already pulled in here. We can add the images, we can add this one. That's the main one we're gonna use. So that's all we're gonna do. And then we're gonna say create or design or whatever that said. And now we're waiting. While we're waiting for this, I do wanna give one reminder that when you post on social media, you need to do the same things as all of your marketing materials need to have. You need to have your name, your DRE number, your brokerage DRE number, and is it your phone? No, I think that's it. So when you post this, it's a good idea to have this kind of stuff on these, but if not, you just need to have that information in a description. So what I do is I save that kind of thing on my notes app with hashtags and all that kind of stuff. And then I just go copy and paste and put it in there pretty easily. So I am all about working smarter, not harder. So I want to make sure that I'm helping you do that too. Okay, so let's click on this and see what it generated for us. So there you go. You can see it has all of this in here. Now it hasn't done this DBA. So I would want to go in and edit and change that. And so the way that you can edit it is it takes you into the design editor. So it makes it really easy. So when I click on this, remember we've talked about how I've already input my assets. So when I go to my assets, it's going to have my Keller Williams DBA information. And there it is. So now we have it and it's a done deal. Now we're good to go. Save. And also if I didn't want it to say coming soon, maybe I wanted to say price improvement, adjustment, maybe I wanted to say just listed, just sold, in escrow, whatever. You can change all of that too. However, let's go back, create our design, go back to social, it kicked me out. However, it also has all of those kind of options in this auto create section. So you can see this auto create section. It has for sale, just listed, open house, just sold, and you can do the same kind of thing pretty easily with all of that. All right, let me close these out so I can see. So what I wanted to show you today is this holiday section. So we can go in and we're in February, so March is going to be next. And what we can do is we can grab any of these images. We can add to them, we can edit them, and then we can schedule them to go out. So if we say, I want to do a happy St. Patrick's Day, I want to use this. And then we need to change this KWDBA. So I'm going to go and change it. Remember, it's already going to pop up my logos. I'm going to click on my assets and I'm going to switch this out and boom, it's done and ready to go. Save it. All right, so what I want to show you now, let's go back. It keeps kicking me out every time I save something. All right, let's create one more. And now what I want to do, because sometimes people are like, that's cheesy, I don't want to do that. I did this last year for every holiday. I took one day where I just went through this and did every month, every different holiday, and I posted it on those days. Because one thing about me too is that I am not huge on social media. I don't love to be on social media constantly. If it is a holiday, if it's something where I'm with my family, I want to be with my family. However, the social media gods and the algorithms, they still run even when you're with your family. And so we need some kind of scheduler to help us with this. So I want to make sure that I'm still here, I'm still present, and I'm going to be showing up in people's feeds, even on days where I'm with my family or I'm not available. So the key is that you want to have at least 3 posts a week at minimum. Realistically, it's better to do more. Now, if you are an influencer, they're going to tell you you need to be on it every single day and you need to be doing it multiple times a day, 3 times a day. If you had a social media manager, you were an influencer, they would tell you 3 times a day. Now, I'm not an influencer, so I don't care about that. I'm going to say minimum 3 times a week. So we need to make sure that you are on this and being able to set this and forget it so that it really does it. So what I was doing, what I did last year and what I have to do this year is I was scheduling things to go about once a week automatically. So if I am able to post something where I do a video, like I talked about earlier, I do a video about what we talked about in our team sales meeting. Then maybe I do another video that is all about maybe what we learned about in our workshops or in coaching or something like that. Then maybe I do a video that is about if I'm on Caravan or I go to an open house and I'm taking a video of that. That's already 3 different videos that we have every week. Then if we do a designated video that pops up or a image that pops up automatically because we've scheduled it, now that's 4 times a week that's already scheduled out. So now anything that you share, anything that you think is funny and you put up in your stories or anything like that, that's just a cherry on top. So we have to have it scheduled out of what we do. So I would say schedule about once a week. So you can do these holiday ones and or like, let's go to property marketing. Oh, look, this Espanol, that's new. I haven't seen that. That's cool. Okay, so if I want to do a social media post, now keep in mind, we're just looking to like fill some space. So we can use something like this where I'm going to click on it, trying to click on it. Hello. Why is it not letting me? Let's use this one. Okay, so if I do something like this, where it's just basically a stock photo, I can say tours by appointment. I can change this completely to say, are you thinking of buying or selling? You can say meet the team. You can say, here are the houses that we've sold this month. And it can be houses that are from your brokerage. You can say anything you want that is in general, like about you and your business. Now, the beauty of this is that it's a little bit more personal to you, but you still are scheduling it out. So you don't have to do it. You don't have to think about this and do it and say like, oh, I haven't done one of those in 3 months. I should do another one. You're just scheduling them out for the whole year. And you can repeat these. If you say, hey, that was a really good one. I just want that one to go once every 3 months, and do that. You can say, like, even if you wanted to leave something like this and say, tours by appointment. And then you can say, schedule a call with me, or let's go look at homes, or something like that. So I'm gonna leave this as this, but you know you can change all of this. There are different pages here, so you can download any of these. You can download any of these that are like, okay, these are luxury. These are all stock photos. So you can use any of this. So again, it's like an image that somebody is going to like to see, and then you can put any kind of text below. You can say, my team and I, or I have sold, you know, X number of luxury listings, or if you're thinking about selling and it's not a luxury home, I can help with that too. Whatever it is that is you and is going to be something that is beneficial for your business, you can do. So I'm going to go with done. I'm going to say save. And then it's going to kick us out again. So remember, when you go to command, you're going to go to designs, and then you're going to go to create design, go to social, and it's going to find all of this for you. So now we have 3 different types that I'm going to use to show you how we do this. It's getting close to time to end, so I do want to run through this with you. Now we're going to campaigns, and we're going to go to social posts. And once we're in social posts, you can see we have a calendar here. And if we want to change it to a monthly view, we can take a look at that. So one of the things that I know that we have is, what is this? St. Patrick's Day. So if we have, okay, it's telling me to reconnect my account, so I might have to do that separately. But our content is going to be Happy St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day. Hope you're enjoying your pint responsibly. Smiley face, wink, whatever we wanted to add. You see, I put that in and then it automatically did it. Okay, here's where we add the media. So if we go to our media, we have the option to browse files. So if you say, I don't want to use designs, I want to use Canva, you can go in and create something in Canva and then you can download it to your computer and now you browse files and pull it from there. What we're going to do is we're going to say browse designs and we have this Happy St. Patrick's Day. Click on it and now soon we have selected design was not ready to use. Okay, great. Let's try it one more time. And then if not, I'm going to move on. I love when this happens. Always happens when I'm in the middle of a training session. Okay, not ready to use. Okie doke. So you know how to get to it. It might take some trying. If you browse your files and do something on Canva or something like that, if you feel like you can't do it, like here, I'm gonna browse this design. Oops, I just clicked on it accidentally. What I was gonna do is take a screenshot of it and then it would be ready. Okay, so I'm gonna say, don't worry about this. What we wanna do is, if you wanna do your compliance, include your ownership statement, include DBA logo, you can click on any of that. Then we wanna schedule the post. So you can also publish immediately. So if there's something that you've created in Canva or in designs that say just listed, just sold, whatever, you can schedule it to publish it immediately. Now, if we want to schedule the post, what I like here is it says the best days to post are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. So if we're just scheduling a random thing that we're posting, Monday, Wednesday, or Friday mornings. So we can schedule it. This one we want to schedule on a specific date. So we say March 17th, 10 a.m. And then we say schedule the post. Or if we're not ready yet, like right now, we have to come back to it because it's not uploading. We just say save draft, save the post as draft, and then it'll be there ready for us to pull it. Okay, so I am going to stop there with looking at that, because we want to keep going through this and make sure that we are going to win. So what does it take to win? What is important now? So here are a couple things that, like all of these, I believe, are things we didn't actually talk about, but they're really important to social media. So one of the things that people want are stories. Don't just tell the facts. Let your readers in on the fun. So if you had some kind of closing that was really challenging or really exceptional or really exciting, tell them about that. Do it in a video, even better. But talk to them. Don't just say, just closed and congratulations to my buyers. That's boring. People want to know what happened. How did you get through this? Was this a difficult one? Was it easy? Was it fun? Was it exceptional? Was it a 10-day close? Did your loan officer do something to pull through at the last minute? Tell the story. Get testimonials. So this is a really good one because, and I've seen some agents do this and it is great. If you prep your client, and especially if you've had a really smooth transaction or they're really happy or whatever, say, hey, I want to give you the keys at your new house. We're going to do a quick little photo shoot. And also I want to do a quick video of like a testimonial for me. If you tell them that, then literally when you're there, just press record and do a quick 30-second testimonial. Oh, Brittany was so great. She was so easy to work with and we'd be happy to send her to anyone else. The end. It doesn't have to be difficult. But what you do want to do is you want to tell them ahead of time that you're going to do this. And then when you post it, that now gives social proof. Now people are saying, oh, other people, not just Brittany, are saying that Brittany's great. Normally Brittany's up there saying, look at all this stuff that I know, look at all these houses that we're going to, I can help you buy and sell, blah, blah, blah. Now all of a sudden it's somebody else saying, oh no, Brittany really is great. So this is a really good one and something that people like to see a lot. Remember, talk to your people. This is why we say stay on one platform. Whatever platform you like to use, be on that one. Talk to your clients. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Tell your story and find like-minded people to become engaged. So if you are somebody who goes to church, then be posting stuff about like, hey, my family and I just got out of church, ran into this person at church, whatever. Have those conversations. Talk like that. They're like-minded. If you're somebody who does a lot of work with animal rescue, you can say, hey, I just got out of the animal rescue. Look at this cute little puppy that I just adopted. I'm so excited. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So the people who like you are probably going to like things that are similar to things that you like. So make sure that it's not just like static, like look at this cool house. Make sure that it's also adding your personality in and things that you like. All right, your bonus, thanks for staying with me because we are 1 minute over. How do you engage? Collaborations. Collaborations are really cool and really easy to use because now you're not just engaging your people, you're engaging whoever you're collaborating with. So if you have a lender that you want to work with, if you have your coach that you want to collaborate with, if you have people, you know, an inspector or something, all you do is when you go, well, I know for Instagram, it's pretty easy. You just go on and say, collaborate with this person. They share it to their page and boom, you have all their followers who are also seeing you. Collaboration is a really good way to do stuff. Tag people. When you go on, make friends with your clients and tag them. Tag their friends, tag people they know, tell them to tag people. But tagging people is a really great way to get other people. DM new followers. So DM, for people who don't know, direct message. All of your new followers that you get, reach out to them and say, hey, thanks for the follow. I'm excited to, you know, be here for any kind of real estate content you might need. And just start a conversation. It doesn't have to be like, hey, do you know, are you thinking of buying or selling? But engage with them so they know you're a real person. Whether you have 300 followers or 3 million followers, doing this helps new people to realize, oh, they're a real person and they're really seeing. And if I needed to get a hold of them, they're accessible. And then finally, doing giveaways. Giveaways is a really good, easy way to get new followers. And basically what you're doing is you're saying, hey, I'm going to be giving away. I did one of these for, it was like National Ice Cream Day. And so I did a giveaway and I said, hey, put your favorite kind of ice cream in your favorite flavor of ice cream in the chat and then tag 2 followers or tag 2 friends that you're going to take with you. And then whoever won, everybody was going to be put into a raffle and whoever won was going to be sent a $25 gift card. So it was a really great way for me to connect with brand new people because people who would be tagged, if I didn't know them, I would reach out and I would say, hey, so-and-so just tagged you and I would love to, talk to you more and I can't wait to see, whatever. You just engage with them. Again, it's a way to DM the new followers. So this is like quick, easy ways to create engagement on your social media. All right, whew, we've reached the end. That was a lot of information for you. Remember, if you want to learn more about coaching, reach out to us. Coaching is not just these workshops. It's much more of accountability, helping you grow your business at whatever level that looks like for you. So reach out to me either by my email or by my cell phone up there. You can text me. Next week, we're talking about contracts with Lori, one of our other coaches. She's going to dive into a contract and talk more about it. Everybody, we always have really good feedback on this. So make sure that you jump in.
Well, I hope that helped. And remember, I'm here every Monday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to help you move your business forward. Join me in the weekly workshops where you can come live and get your questions answered in real time. I would love to see you there. Register at the link below. And remember, if you have questions about coaching or want to dive in or even just want to have a call to me to see how you can grow your business, schedule a call with me in the link below. I'd love to help. In the meantime, if you're getting value out of this, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for staying for the whole thing. Check out the other videos that we have that are sure to move your business forward. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.